We are here in the Pocono Mountains. Not sure there's ever been a song written about Pennsylvania, so I don't know what's back in my intro right here. Ricky Rudd, you see him down there taking some practice laps around this 2.5 mile long triangle speedway. The Tricky Triangle, they call it. This is Ricky Rudd's home state, though. Not in the real world, just in our personal canon. Ricky will talk about it. I'm just reading what they write me here. Anyway, taking a look at the points after 11 races. Dale Jarrett now in the points lead over Terry Labonte after Terry Labonte's DNF at Charlotte. Ernie Irvan has dropped. He had a DNF as well at Charlotte, I think. Ricky Rudd there. Cal Petty. Jeff Gordon sitting in P8. Just trying to, he's kind of treading water here, trying to make it up to that next spot after his bad start. Ward Burton still hanging out in the top 10. Schedule will just randomly show it. Nothing crazy coming up except for the halfway mark. And tail of the tape will show that. Nothing to talk about there. And there's nothing else for me to talk about. We're going to send it down to Ricky. Ricky has some stuff to talk about because he always does. Ricky never stops talking. But anyway, click. Hey, Ricky. Andre the Giant here with ESPN Speed World. You got a copy, big guy.
Hey, thanks, Ricky. Thanks, Andre. Yeah. We're not going to be practicing too much here. I'm just going to show you what goes into fixing the qualifying speeds and shit. So right now I'm running a 55.3. I'm in the draft, and we'll see what we run here. A 54.8 in the draft, okay? So we'll knock that down to 54.9. Boom. Now we're going to go fix the qualifying. Okay, hang on. Because right now, let's test this. Right now, a 54.1 is the pole. And then that's actually 53.5 right now is the pole. When I just ran a 55, we'll just call it 54.9, so we're way down here. With this difficulty, which I consider it to be pretty good, I still can't qualify with them, so I want to fix that. And how we fix that is by basically putting the average qualifying speed what my qualifying speed is, which is a 54.9. And it's really simple. I'll show you how to do it here. Again, if you're from the future, or I don't know, brother, if you're, if you're from the future, this isn't a tutorial, although it pretty much is going to be. Pocono, then we go to Pocono.text, and look at all this shit. This is pit road speed limit. We can change that. This is the pit window, 15 to 17 laps. We're running 42 laps here. Qualifying, this number, the second number here is the number of qualifying laps you can take. I'm not sure what the max is. I haven't looked into that. Cars, I'll talk about that. That number has to match these. We'll talk about that. Here you go. Best lap, 54.5. What did I just run? A 54.8. We'll bump that down to 54.9. Hell, if we could bump, just to go to the extremes, if you bump us up to like 58 or whatever, we would have the pole because our 54.9 would be on the pole. So 54.9, I hope is going to be in the middle of the field here. It should be. Here's the here's the keyboard. I don't have it running yet, but here's the keyboard timer I run, and I hit record or hit play, and that's that. But anyway, let's go back in here and qualify. And I'll just, we'll take a look at what's going on here. Make sure the car setup is good, and we'll qualify and see what they're doing, because we want them to be about 54 flat at the pole speed. There we go. Roughly, that's what it's going to be. Probably a little bit better. So we're going to qualify here, and I'll catch you on the flip side when we're about to qualify.
Get ready. Here comes the time lap.
All right, here comes our time lap. Getting ready to roll. I've kind of put off mipping for the most part until we get to, I'll do a bunch during the couple days off in the halfway mark. But I did put in an ESPN billboard here coming out of turn 1. Not the best turn here. There's the ESPN billboard. Pretty cool looking. The thing about this Pocono is there's just weird shading. They want to make it look like the front stretch is in the shade when there's really no other shadows on the track that do that. The cars just have shadows directly below them. There's no like sun point. You can see where it starts getting darker here in this turn. You'll see on the front stretch where it becomes like a blue, like a greenish, yeah. So, and I too busy looking at the wall, and I'm not gonna have a good qualify. It should be 55-1 or 55-2 still though. 55 flat, so we did okay. Definitely not as good as our practice or as our standard, and we'll see where I end up here.
Welcome to ESPN Speed World. Hello, everyone. I'm Jerry Punch.
And I'm Andre the Giant. Stop number 12. Let's get serious, folks. Stop number 12 in the Winston Cup Series season. We're here at Pocono Raceway in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. ESPN Speed World and NASCAR are proud to bring you the UAW GM Teamwork 500. I wrote that down, made sure I had it. Let's take a look at the starting grid. Kyle Petty on the pole with a 53.841. Dale Earnhardt up there, Dale Jarrett, Rusty Wallace. We want to get some new names up there. In the second half of the season, we're going to figure out how to do that. We've had some success getting some good cars up there, but whatever. Ricky Rudd's, he had bad qualifying. If he would have ran a 54.8 like he did in practice, he'd be starting P19 where Johnny Benson's at. But instead, Ricky Rudd is starting way back in P26. We have 39 drivers here, all 39 drivers in our roster. Steve Boobs back there starting P38. I was hanging out with Steve Boobs and his wife Claudette last night, throwing back a few drinks. Just laughing, playing trivia games in the bar and stuff. And Steve just can't handle his drinks. He had too many drinks. He passed out. Claudette and I had to take him up to his room, and it was just me and her out on the balcony. And she may have touched my leg, I think. I know she did, but I think it was a touch like, seeing if I was cool with whatever she wants to do. I don't know. Anyway, pace car is off. We're going to get going here. Pitter patter, folks. Let's get out of here in Pennsylvania. What do we got here? 42 laps. Pit window 50. Ricky talked about all this. He stole some of my thunder with his all his nerd shit. Like, yeah, that's fun. Nerd shit's cool, but let's race. Ricky, you got to be careful here on the back stretch. I had a check up here. But don't worry about it, folks. Ricky Rudd knows what he's doing. I think he's lost like 30 positions right now. But things are going to settle down. Starting on the outside was brutal. Looks like these professional drivers really don't know how to handle Pocono that well. But it looks like things are now settling down, folks. So just strap in, because Ricky Rudd, I bet he's pissed that he lost all his positions, so now he's going to start slamming his thing, just slamming his thing around, pick up some spots, really going to throw it into one, I believe. John Smith was like, well, who's this psychopath? I'm just going to put up the track, let him go. John Smith, this isn't life and death for John Smith. He doesn't care about championships. Things have settled down, and we got some smooth racing now, folks. And a broadcasting note, we do apologize if the intro was a little bit weird. The warm-up lap and everything. It's because this warm-up lap takes about 2 minutes, and it eats up 2 minutes of our hot replay footage for the beginning of the race. We love showing that action at the top of the, when the green flag falls. There's nothing better in the world. But we want to show as much as possible And we only have like a 5-minute, our ESPN, our tapes here at ESPN can only hold 5 minutes of footage at a time. And with 2 minutes of it getting eaten up on that warm-up lap, we would have been going to Ricky by now. But we still got a couple more minutes, I think, of hot replay action. So we're going to show it. Ricky handling the tunnel turn beautifully there. If we caught it on the cameras.
Still there. Clear. You've got a car up high. Clear.
But early on, Steve Boob's up to P36. Yeah, I didn't know if he was going to be able to race today. He does in his hand. He was blacked out last night.
Stay low. Clear.
Which led to, me and Claudette, I don't know what's going on. I shouldn't even be talking about it on air. But she's a woman. I'll just say that. In the early going here, Kyle Petty with the lead. Had the pole. Not surprising he's out in the lead. Bill Elliott up there, and then the standings moved to the next page. Like haven't seen what else is going on.
Car high. Stay low.
All right, we're about 3 minutes into this action. We're going to send it down to Ricky, and hopefully everything went smoother here on the intro. So Ricky, a lot of backstretch. I could talk about everything, but here you go.
All right, thanks, Andre. This isn't the back stretch. Pretty sure that was the front stretch.
You've got a car up high.
But yeah, I think he wanted to say straightaways. We have long straightaways.
All left.
Ample time to hand things over during the broadcast. And I just saved that replay, and we won't have any weirdness during the intro. For some reason, the Sears Point replay only picked up like 3 minutes at a time. I think we'll be fine. So yeah, some weirdness at the beginning of the race, no question about it. Some checkups, but all racing games have that kind of issue. Just a delicate balance. We don't want to put too much of a magnifying glass on this. We're definitely biased. I'm looking at everything, like trying to make excuses for it. But there's some things that we can't make excuses for, like the super speedways are not what they should be. But again, you make excuses for them, like, well, it's 1996. What do you want? But it goes back to what I was talking about at Charlotte, like the love and their passion for making this as well as they could make it. It's there and it's obvious. And anything that's not up to snuff, you can usually find a reason why it's not up to snuff. Forget what year it came out. It's just maybe kind of learning what their limitations were and being like, okay, that's why they had to do that. But yeah, I showed that keyboard script program in the intro, and after we went off the air at Charlotte, I just left my screen recorder, my OBS, I just left it running to see exactly when that dialogue box would pop up and kick us out of the game. And it's around 65 minutes, so my calculation was correct that a 60-minute timer gives us plenty of time to go into the desktop and kick that keyboard script in the junk, which it runs. It's a background process, so I have to Control Alt Delete, go to Task Manager, find it, and then end it and kill it that way. The program isn't open, but then when it's done running, it opens. Yeah, ESPN thing looked good, and that took. I wish I would have recorded that. That took maybe 3 minutes to do. I have that whole workflow down pretty well. And I think I mentioned at Charlotte that we figured out the bridge situation at Sears Point. But I want to get to the point where we don't have to worry about that. Might have some, I don't know.
We've got trouble in turn 3.
Trouble in turn 3. I was in turn 3. Unless he's talking about me. He's being passive aggressive. All right, I just paused the game to go find the what that wreck was, and it looked like it was Sterling Marlin ahead of us, and the game just didn't pick up on it until, I don't know. That was a weird one, but this is Sterling Marlin right here, so it was definitely him.
We've got a car up high.
He's really beat up,
Clear.
so we'll take all those spots.
Now in the top
And then when I was in the replay trying to find Sterling Marlin, the standings ticker ran. And it was, when I was trying to move around in the replay, it kept on rewinding on its own because it's using those same key hotkeys. But yeah, the Sterling Marlin hold up, that's going to help us. I'm P17 now, gained 10 spots on the start. But we should start seeing this difficulty kick in now. Some weirdness right now with Ward Burton and Axel Richardson. I'm just slowing down here. I don't know what they're doing. What I want to test this race are the spotter callouts. Because I'm not doing it to prove a point. It's just sight unseen. I want to figure out. Well, spotter callouts plus our mirror. Like, I want to know next time we get up beside a car and we see that, as soon as we see them disappear from our mirror as we pass them, I'm going to pause the game and I want to see what that if. Basically, when they leave the mirror, are we clear of them? And then it takes a while for the spotter to say it. You know what I'm saying? But first things first, we got to make a pass. Ward Burton and Axel Richardson are two cars that have their aggression all the way up. We'll see if we can do something here. And I'll tell you what, the checkups, a lot of the checkups had to do with, again, what we think is going on is these cars are, it's just coded in them, like avoid the other AI cars at all cost, if doable. And then sometimes if it's not doable, they still just ghost through them. So Ward Burton's just a menace right now up there. But he gets close to Axel Richardson, and then if Axel Richardson has a line, Ward Burton will really just get out of it so they don't make contact. Something like that. Ward Burton probably could have went side to side. All right, Ward Burton just disappeared out of our mirror. Or there's like a little bit of his car there, the slightest amount. And I want to see in the replay what this looks like. Well, I mean, we can see already. We are not clear of him. I want a good shot. I mean, that's the best shot we'll get there. So we're not clear of him at all. I mean, he's still... yeah. Okay, so now we know that. We know that even if they clear our mirror, we still can't just go up to the track. And I'd love to stay in a straight line here. We're going. I'd love to stay in a straight line to... I don't know. But that's one question answered, is that, oh, Jesus, is that a car clearing the side mirror doesn't mean we're clear of them. So that's good. That's good to know. Something I probably should have checked out before, the first 11 races of the season or whatever. Now we have our hands full. After that bad tunnel turn to try to catch up. But we do have pit stops coming up in about 2 laps. And what I want to watch now is this interval. I don't know if I think I was up to speed at the start finish line, so it'll give us a good interval to the leader right now. Basically, if we're gaining or losing on this difficulty, the big dogs. This lap has felt pretty good.
You've got a car up high.
Felt really good. That's the best turn 3 I've taken.
Still there. Clear, clear.
So I just gained 7/10. They might be racing up there. No, I just gained 7/10.
Car high. Clear.
Well, I might have pinched him, but now I want to test the clear. I want to test the clear from the spotter. Does that mean we are just... I mean, obviously it'll mean we're clear, but how clear, you know?
Okay, the leader is hitting now.
Leader is pitting now. If this Bodine goes in, it looks like he is, we'll go in with him.
You've got a slow car.
Just so we can pit with somebody. Or no, he decided to not pit.
Now, turn. Oh, watch your speed. Watch your speed now. Car high. Clear high.
Definitely looked like he
Watch
was
your
pitting
speed
there.
now.
All right, so pitting. I was going to mention it at Charlotte, but things were hectic. With pitting, I'll basically stop wherever I stop. If I think too far, I'll immediately press reverse. If I stop too short, I'll immediately press gas. And if it does something, then okay, I'm not in the stall.
Go,
But
go, 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 go. Watch your speed now.
if it doesn't do anything, that means we're good.
7,500.
You know what I'm saying?
Watch your speed now.
I've kind of tested that, and that's my new strategy for
Watch
that.
your speed now.
Sterling Marlin 2 laps down. He's the only car that that he wrecked earlier, and that's been it. All right, here we go, merging.
Keep it on 7,500. Hold over. Now you go.
Careful. How do they handle this? Not well.
Car high. Clear all the way.
It's a unique. Let's not hold it against them. This is a unique track.
That car behind you is
It
four.
would seem like whoever was coming up on Ward Burton had trouble with him.
That car's a lap down.
No, he's multiple laps down.
You got a slow car down low.
Taking a really high line through 3
Okay, the leader is hitting now.
on these tires. I don't want to risk anything. All right, we got a bunch of cars coming up on the track. Let's be careful. We'll see how Ward Burton and Sterling Marlin handle them. Decent. They handle them decent.
That car behind you, fourth position.
But I don't know. Are they going to come up the track here and mess me up? Don't do it. Stay down there.
Keep digging. Clear.
And we were running with Bobby Hamilton before pit stops.
The car behind you.
Or we had passed him during that last little frenzy.
That car behind you, fourth position.
We're going to have to be top 10. Or maybe. I forget where we were before the stops. But Ward Burton's kind of latched on to Sterling Marlin, and I have nothing. I have nowhere to go right now. I have no help. I think, hopefully that car coming out of pit road is going to slow them up a touch. I'm just driving like an idiot right now. I won't have him here. Sterling Marlin is going to be pitting randomly because he had to pit earlier. Yeah, now that the field's kind of stretched out, this difficulty's showing its true colors. Slow car down low. I don't know who's pitting there. I don't care. Names flashing. I have no idea. More Burton not going away up there.
Car high. Still there.
I guess we just gotta.
Still there.
I don't want to go side by side in the tunnel turn. I'm checking it out.
Still there. Clear. Clear high.
P14 right now, not bad.
All right, folks, after 17 or 18, I don't know, sometimes the numbers don't match exactly. We'll just say 17. After 17 of 42 laps here at the UAW GM Teamwork 500, Kyle Petty still in the lead after pit stops. Bill Elliott, Dale Jarrett, Rusty Wallace, Terry Labonte coming back from Charlotte. He's running their P5. 6 through 10, Earnhardt, Labonte, the same name. Axel Richardson, Michael Waltrip, Ward Burton, Ricky Rudd down there in P14. Not bad. And the DNF, we may have shown it. It's going to be Mark Martin. Mark Martin has DNF'd out of this race with an engine issue. That sucks for Roush Racing. I believe that's his second DNF of the season. And he's one of the big dogs with the same ratings as everyone else. Just bad luck. Jeff Gordon's like, oh, that sucks. Oh, wait till you have 3 DNFs in a row, guy. And then come talk to me. Dick Trickle, 41 seconds back. He's eventually going to be lapped. But, yeah, good round of pit stops. Exciting stuff here. He says flatly, but it's Pocono, man. You know, it's not, this isn't Talladega. This isn't Talladega. This isn't Charlotte. It's you know, it's a racer's racetrack. But you got to rack up the Winston Cup points. Simple as that. So, just stay tuned through the commercial break. We'll be back with more action here from Pocono Raceway on ESPN Speed World.
Okay, guys, who's turning 50?
Do I look 50? Hey, I just turned 40. Not me. He's the older one. Older but faster. Yeah, right.
Well, who is turning 50?
NASCAR is. And Excite NASCAR Select is celebrating with the Big 50 celebration. Win NASCAR race tickets or the grand prize.
An MBNA mascot worth $50,000.
Thanks, I'll be right back.
Hey, thanks, Ward.
The Big 50 celebration. Enter wherever Excite NASCAR Select is sold.
Oh, well.
All right, folks, welcome back to ESPN Speed World. We got 19 laps to go, 18 laps to go, something like that. Kyle Petty still in the lead, 2.2 seconds ahead of Bill Elliott. Probably getting some excellent footage from the America Online copter cam right now. America Online, you've got mail. During the commercial break, basically right when we went to commercial break, it was a repeat of what happened at Charlotte, where we got a call out for a spin. We haven't seen who it was. We think it was Kenny Wallace. We'll be showing that on the feed right now, folks. Somewhere. Let's head back to the copter cam, and we actually have Ward Burton. We have Ward Burton mic'd up here this race. Ward Burton, this is Andre the Giant with ESPN Speed World. You got a copy? Okay, Ward, you're running there. P13 ahead of Ricky Rudd. You guys are trying to deal with Sterling Marlin. How's the car handling down there?
Well, handling pretty good.
All right, yeah, Ward. You know, you're running top 10 in the standings right now. You have a lot of fans throughout the country. You have anything to say to them?
I just want to tell them, I just want to tell them safe. You know, sometimes we drive MBNA Pontiac around the track, and Ricky Rudd's having trouble behind me right there. I was like,
Okay, yeah, Ward. Ricky Rudd is having trouble back there. You know, Pocono, not a lot going on. We have to fill dead air sometime. Talk about current events. What's your take on the Middle East right now with that war going on? Who do you side with there?
well, that's about the thing, Andre. Sometimes you gotta say, well, 7-5, 7, the NBA party, MasterCard.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I agree that was, you wouldn't expect Ward Burton to have some nuanced takes on geopolitics, but that's the kind of coverage we bring you on ESPN Speed World. So, oh man. So it looks like Sterling Marlin is pitting there in front of Ward Burton. We're going to let Ward get back to racing. Ricky Rudd's behind him right now. We're going to send this down to Ricky, see what's going on. Ricky, you got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4 Andre, I got you. I could probably do I could do a better job with that. At least, say sentences. I was just like mumbling through that because when I saw I was coming back, I decided I came up. It just popped in my mind like, hey, let's mic up Ward Burton here, and then I just flew off the cuff there. So maybe if we can actually get some kind of Ward Burton storyline going, we'll be in business. Looks like he's starting to slow up here. Is that a pit stop? No, he just sucks. Okay, never mind. So I'm 29.3 back of the leaders. This difficulty might be a little bit too much, but we also are just playing grab ass here. Doing nonsense. But yeah, bullshit. Because there was that one time that we saved the replay. I was thinking, because when I went to commercial and I saved the replay and then I heard a call out 5 seconds later, I'm like, oh man, is that a glitch in the game that we get that call out? But no, because, we paused the game. Oh, wait a minute. Did we pause the game earlier and then that Sterling Marlin thing happened right afterward? Because we paused the game to check out the mirror or whatever. Man, Ward Burton has that weird line right now. That might be a problem now. Then again, that's something I would have picked up on. Out of all the replays I've been saving and shit, I would have picked up on that trend. So I don't know. It might just be a weird coincidence. Yeah, 14 laps to go, lap 28. Probably pit stops here in the next couple laps. I guess for that for that Ward Burton convo, I'm going to have to change the pitch of his voice a little bit or something. I don't know. It's hard to fake an accent, especially Ward Burton's. But faking accents really comes down to the vowels. Changing the inflection of the vowels. Damn it. Like I could say molasses, but then if you want to go south, you have to say molasses. But then also, I don't know, man. Just making stuff up. But we'll work on our Ward Burton voice. I'm cautious of him having to pit here. What happened to Brett Bodine? Brett Bodine had that. He's back in P20. Seemed like he wanted to pit earlier and didn't. I think we have Ward Burton here finally. I had to do a hard 90-degree turn there, make sure we cleared him. Well, these should be pit stops coming up now. There you go. Perfect. And we'll go in this lap, too. Yeah, auto brake. I gotta straighten this out. Auto brake on.
front car, auto brake.
So what I'm doing, I'm stopping way. I'm gonna stop real short,
Slow car again.
and then hit the gas again. And then, if it takes a while for that to register that it's going. But if I hit the gas again, it means it's not going yet. Because I hope you know what I'm trying to say. Because I'm having trouble trying to convey that. Because I'm a dumbass.
Go, 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 go. Watch your speed now. Keep it on 7,500.
That auto brake really turns
Watch
on
your speed now.
there. Frustratingly so. Ward Burton's getting out ahead of us here.
Keep it on
Did he come in
7,500.
after us, or he came in? Yeah, he came in with us, basically. So we're going to be behind Ward Burton again. No big deal.
Watch your speed now. Auto brake is now.
Let's hope there's no wrecks here coming out of.
Okay. The next 3 cars in front are all for position.
Yeah, see, they do the same thing NR 2003 does. The first few laps after a pit stop, these cars are just a little bit slow. It might be, they might be simulating them on cold tires and shit. I don't know. Tell you what, we've had bad luck with the ticker this race. It's running through right now during pit stops, not very helpful. And it ran once during the commercial break. It ran once when I was in a replay doing stuff. It ran another time, I think, when I was answering a text message or something. Just not having good luck with that this race. And I'm going to stop talking about it, and I'm just going to buy that full. I'm going to buy the full featured program there. I just don't like having to worry about a timer during the race, and because eventually, I'm going to buy it eventually, because we're going to be running longer form races on this eventually.
You've got a slow car again.
Nothing to talk about. I hate this blue. They're trying to show that this is in the shade over here. I hate that. That's in the MIP files. I might be able to change that to white like the rest of the walls.
You're now in the top 20.
Nine to go. We're going to be closing in on Michael Waltrip for position. I'll be able to gain a position there. Yeah. Yeah, gang. Hope you're enjoying the videos. Having a lot of fun. Oh, here's Brett Bodine. Just be careful. I gotta slam the brake. Damage is on pretty much the rest of the season. Except maybe Watkins Glen. But player breakdowns aren't on. I'm keeping that off. We're not worried about that. All right, 34 laps around this track. I'm getting around here quicker, but I'm still not consistent. One lap I'll have a nice turn 3, but the rest of the turns aren't the best. And then the next lap I'll have a good tunnel turn, but the other turns aren't good. We just gained a 10th on Michael Waltrip. This is the difficulty I enjoy, but it's a little too tough because if we're only gaining a 10th here, we still wouldn't be able to compete up front. And we'll see what the interval is now. To Kyle Petty running away with this 29.5. Let's actually concentrate here. I've gotten pretty good at the tunnel turn. Just getting the left side tires onto that curbing there. And then I just got to figure out turn 3. I definitely attack this a little lower than I should. Yeah, man.
You've got a slow car in here.
With enough practice, I'd nail it. But probably not. 29.5, what do we got? I lost 4/10 there. You know, might have been a bad turn 3, screwed us over. Or what was my lap time there? 54.5, which it's close to a PB. So yeah, we have to turn this difficulty down. Whatever this number was. Now I'm nervous. Now I have to... If that becomes like a running gag, talking with the other drivers, I have to... I don't know. I'm not that... I'm not that... I don't have that in me to come up with 40 different sound-alike... yeah. 50... We just ran a 54.1. And I was, what, 29.9? And I gained 2/10 there. So, I mean, I guess I just have to be super consistent. And it just might not be, it's not doable. I'm not God.
Just 5 more to go. Keep it up.
But I'm guessing Steve Boobs is messing with Michael Waltrip right now. That's how we were able to catch up here. There might be some more spots to gain up here. Yeah, we've seen these cars do really well. I'm not diving in there. We've seen these cars do really well with lappers and slower cars. But it seems like some tracks they just have difficulty. Darlington, for example, here they're kind of shaky. And let's see if we can catch Michael Waltrip and test the spotter call out, the clear call out. But first, let's take a look at the standings. Count Petty still in the lead. Dale Jarrett, Labonte brothers up there. Jeff Gore. Where's Earnhardt? All right, P9. Ernie Irvin up there. I meant to look at those intervals real quick to see if we were possibly gaining some spots up there. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's Joe Nemechek, Bob Dole, and John Smith coming up here. And we may not be able to test out the spotter call out here. Or we should. We should be able to. Kenny Wallace most likely was that spin out. Oh, we are going to test. We are going to test it, but not with Michael Waltrip. I'm not going to dive in on Joe Nemechek here. That's not good enough. I want to just I just want a straightaway to test it. Or actually, we're not going to test it this race because I'm going to be showing hot replay action at the end here. And we won't test it this race. Or no, we will be able to. Just you'll be able to see it in the replay. Instead of us physically doing it. Come on. I want to clear him, and it's not going to work. He's fucking hustling right now, Bob Dole. Come on, man. It's not good enough. I want a nice shot early in the straightaway that we can pass him pretty much at the start-finish line. Damn it. I'm gonna draft him a little bit and then go. Not good enough. We're not gonna clear him in time. I'm just gonna dive into this turn.
Still there. Clear.
I don't know. That still there call out may have interrupted the exact timing that we would have gotten the all clear. We'll get it. Unless we can use Dick Trickle now.
White flag. One more to go.
I mean, we still have a full lap and a half here to do this. I waited till lap whatever to turn in one of my best tunnel turns there. And if we get a good turn 3, we can do the spotter test.
Car down low.
Here we go. This will be good.
Still there. Clear. Clear.
That'll be perfect.
Clear low.
Hopefully I'm showing that on the
21 car.
one to go in the replay. I'm guessing the blimp will be the best shot for that. Hey, we're just using Pocono to experiment with things, you know. Cal Petty's probably taking the checkers about now. Damn it, I've really figured out the tunnel now.
Four car. Give the lap down.
In our experimentation, we've lost that potential position on Michael Waltrip, but whatever.
Car high.
P13,
All right. There's the flag.
I like it.
That's okay. Good job. We'll get them next time.
That's all she wrote from Pocono. Checking out the results. Cal Petty dominated start to finish. He had the pole here. All the usual guys up there. I think we called out Earnhardt. He was out of the... I can't remember if he was out of the top 10 or just on the second page of the results when we talked about him earlier. But he gets a top 10. Ernie Irvin, I think, was out of the top 10 when we were doing that. I don't know. Just had a fun little battle. Not really a battle. I mean, we just took our... It was tough. It was tough catching up to Ward Burton. Was finally able to get around him, and then we were gonna reel in Michael Waltrip, but this difficulty was 100. I'm knocking that down to 99. And nothing else sticking out in my memory. Bobby Hamilton, we saw he blew up there on the final laps, but he ended up not losing too many positions, I don't think, of anything. And I just missed the Mark Martin DNF. The Sterling Marlin thing, I thought I was going to be able to show that live, and I messed that up. And then the Kenny Wallace thing we were able to see coming back from commercial. But, yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else going on here. I don't think so. But Pocono's fine. Just little hiccups here and there from the AI. Not a game breaker, not anything breaker, as I've been saying. Good stuff. It's just jittery. It's not smooth, and it's what the game was. I don't think there's anything else to discuss here. But we'll be back at Pocono. It was supposed to be like 5 races from now, but we're going to be moving that a little bit further back. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Ever since, if you've been watching these videos, ever since I mentioned, hey, cutting out the songs at the end here so I don't get dinged with copyright strikes, they still haven't, since that video, they haven't given me a copyright strike, even with the music going to commercial and at the beginning. So Andre's definitely helping us out there in that regard, so that's cool. But yeah, what we got next? We got Dover and then Las Vegas, California, or Dover, California, Las Vegas, something like that. And that'll close out the first half of the season. I'm still fresh, you know, but I just know that I'm going to need to take some time away from the game. And we come back, look out, man. Look out. We have a new cockpit. I'll fix whatever the hell's going on over there with the speed background. It's like diagonal slashes or something. maybe have a brand new windshield cockpit, or just have a new tacks and everything, new dashboard and whatnot, gauges. But yeah, I mean, hey, give me some good suggestions to throw shit on the dashboard of the cockpit, because I'm not running out of ideas. Just need some inspiration, that's all. But that's it from Pocono, and see you at Dover. Dover should be fun. I have a good feeling about Dover. All right, thanks for watching.